Hello you guys, James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, I am in the best mood, the best vibes, and I'm so excited to film today. We have quite the challenge ahead of us. As you guys know, my new brand, Painted, just launched this week, and I just want to say I am so beyond grateful for all of your guys' love and support. I cannot believe the response to this first launch of the brand, and I'm so excited for you guys to get these products in your hand. By this time today, the products have already been shipped out, so hopefully you guys will have them very, very soon, and I cannot wait to see all of the beautiful looks and all the things that you guys create with our Create paints, our brush set, and our Painted sponge. Make sure you tag me, make sure you tag us at painted.co. But for today, for our YouTube video, I am so pumped, you guys. One of the most requested videos that I have been getting from you guys is a full face of Create paint, and I am excited but a little bit scared. Now, I've obviously said that these paints can be used a million different ways throughout your makeup routine, but I haven't exactly tried them being the only product in my makeup routine. And I'm a little bit scared to see if it's actually going to work, but I worked on this formula for almost 4 years. I put so much love and heart into these, and I'm confident in my product. So let's put it to the test today. If you guys are excited for today's video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below. The last time I released a product, like probably 5 years ago now, I did a full face of the JC palette, and now 5 years later, we are coming full circle and now doing a full face of my own brand. Hopefully one day we can actually do a full face when it's, we have lots of products. But today, we're gonna be doing a full face of Create paint. So we're gonna get started on mixing a foundation. I'm gonna do a little bit of Left on Red because I definitely have a pinky undertone. I'm going to do a lot of Ghosted because I am pretty pale right now. We're definitely gonna do a little bit of Caution, but not too much because we don't want to end up orange, and then a little bit of Blueprint to offset the other color tones. Now, while I'm mixing these together, I do want to give a disclaimer, okay? I don't know how this is gonna work today. These are obviously a multi-use paint, and any other techniques that I discovered during the process have kind of been like bonuses. I'm also gonna be answering questions throughout today's video, and one of the first ones that I got that I want to answer for you guys is, what is the texture of Create paint? Now, this brings me to one of my first things, okay? So it's very silky and creamy, but they dry down fully matte in about 30 seconds. So this formula is a little bit different than the other creams in your makeup routine. You guys might have a cream foundation stick or maybe a cream blush, and those go on your face but are meant to be set with powder. These don't need to be set with powder. So that's why I'm a little bit scared of using this for a full base today, because that wasn't exactly the intention, but so far it's working amazingly. I'm gonna go to the brush to blend this out, and you might be wondering, James, why are you not using your Painted sponge to blend this out? That is such a great question. Thank you so much for asking. I would love to tell you. This sponge is similar to any beauty sponge. You're supposed to wet and it expands, and that is the best application for base makeup. Now, these paints are water resistant. I got so many questions about that. You can cry if you're having a sad day, and they will not smudge and they will not budge. So the reason why I'm using a brush is because if you mix a wet sponge with an oil-based paint, it's going to start to separate. So if you guys end up getting a sponge, I know you're going to love them. They're only $10 on painted.co, but I actually wouldn't recommend it for this challenge. Keep it to your everyday makeup products. Okay, I feel like I could have used a little tiny bit more red. It's looking a little bit yellow on me, but it's not bad. Okay, now for the concealer, I'm basically just gonna mix in a bit more white into this same color that we already have mixed. Maybe a tiny little bit more red too, for that like pink under eye trend. And we're gonna get this a little mix together, and this is gonna create that perfect under eye concealer shade. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, let's do this a little bit right here. Yep.
Someone asked you, can the white be used as a base for us goth sisters?
Oh, okay, I love that question. Yeah, definitely. As I said, this is a product that obviously fully dries down, so it's a little bit different than your regular foundation, but the white can definitely be used as a base. In fact, one of my best friends, Cade, who you guys might know as Got Mick on season 13 of Drag Race, actually had my lab samples with him while he was on the show, and he was using it as a base to cut his crease and all throughout his makeup routine. I love drag so much, and it was really important to me that my products were able to be used by beginner artists or pro makeup artists like drag queens.
Well, speaking of drag, someone actually asked you, will they hold up through sweat and drag performances?
Definitely. As I said, the paints are water resistant, so as you sweat, they're not gonna come off. I have actually been using these for a really long time now, and I wore these to Coachella. And if you guys know Coachella, it is in the middle of the desert. It literally gets to more than 100 degrees during the day. It is crazy. And I wore these paints all of this year and all of last year, which you guys didn't even know. They were lab samples the entire time, but they held up all throughout the day. I actually have a video that I took on my phone from a couple of years ago showing how well the paints stood up, because I was like, there's no way that I actually created this product. but I did. Literally hours and hours and hours. They still look absolutely perfect. No creasing, still look vibrant and colorful as ever. I got so many compliments on this makeup look today. It was not even funny. I mean, this product is just truly the best of the best. We are all concealed, and honestly, this is looking, like, look at how, oh my God, I can't even believe this. Let's do a little bit of contour now. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of Cold Brew, which is our brown shade, and I'm gonna do a tiny little bit right here. And then I'm also gonna grab some more of that foundation color, and I'm gonna mix those two in together. Cold Brew is one of my favorite shades of the entire collection, and as expected, it sold out so quickly. I knew that was gonna be a crowd favorite for you guys because it can be used in so many different ways throughout your makeup routine. It's perfect for brows, liner, freckles, and all sorts of different steps, but I will admit, I have not tried it for bronzer just yet, so I'm a little bit scared to see how this is gonna work, but honestly, so far, so good. The brown by itself looks a tiny little bit ashy for contour, so I'm gonna add in a tiny little bit of Flaming, which is my orange color, to try to mix it in and see if I can get that to be a little bit more sun-kissed. Just gonna mix in a little bit of Flaming to hopefully warm it up a little bit, and that worked, oh my God, literally perfectly. Look at that. Okay, gorgeous. Yeah, that's looking really good. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bit of nose contour. Okay. Is it the best nose contour I've ever had? No. Is it the worst? Maybe.
Will there be more colors added, like more neutrals and shades?
Yes, there will definitely be more shades added to the painted line. For this first launch, I really wanted to start off with the 10 that I thought were like most important to an artist kit. So obviously we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, the full rainbow, and then brown, white, and black. But I have so many ideas for future colors, future consistencies. I know a lot of people were saying they want a metallic, they want a neon, they want a glitter. They're all in the works, so don't worry. But I would love to hear from you guys if you have any specific recommendations as well, because I definitely want to make those happen. Now we're gonna go in and add a little bit of color with some blush, and I'm gonna give it a good shake beforehand. You guys definitely gonna wanna shake all of your paints before you open them up, especially after shipping. Those fucking UPX and FedEx trucks be going crazy sometimes, so you gotta make sure that everything is nice and mixed together. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Pinky Promise, and like you guys saw in my What is Create Paint video, this is like the most beautiful shade for a Dolly Pink blush on lighter to medium skin tones, which is a category that I obviously fall under. And I'm just gonna use a tiny little bit of this on a brush to tap it into my cheeks. Oh, look at that, you guys. That is literally the prettiest pink shade. Oh my God.
One of the questions was, what is the shipping situation? Is there worldwide shipping?
Yeah, I was actually surprised how many people were asking that question. Of course, every single country that we legally and logistically can ship to, you will be able to buy Painted on the website. A lot of people were also asking too if they will be available in stores, and no, Painted will not be available in stores just yet because we are a very, very small brand. I would love to have Painted in retail locations one day, and I would definitely love to know from you guys where you'd want to be able to shop for Painted. Target, Walmart, Ulta, Sephora. I would love to hear from you guys, but for right now, we are a very small brand with no partners, no investors, and in order to go into a retail store, you guys, it costs millions of dollars because the stores order so much stock, and we just cannot produce that much. At least not yet. One day in the future, for sure, but for right now, you can only shop at painted.co on our website. I cannot fucking believe how good this is looking so far. This looks like my normal makeup routine. This literally looks like I have my regular makeup products on, but it's all paint. Hello!
I am so powerful. My mind, oh, it amazes me sometimes.
Let's move on to the next step, which is going to be eyebrows. So I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit, and we'll get to the fun part. Using paint on my brows, no matter how careful I am, just seems like we're gonna end up in James Charles Sharpie brow era, but I'm gonna try my best to not take us there. I'm gonna do the tiniest little dollop of Cold Brew, and then I'm gonna mix in a little bit of ink, which is our black paint. Now, there is so much pigment in this, so I'm just gonna like touch the top of the tube to this little mixing thing. I'm not even gonna squirt it out. Cold Brew is a little bit too light for my normal brow. And for the first time in this video so far, I'm gonna get to use one of my actual painted brushes. This is my J4 brush. It is the sharpest angle brush that I have ever seen in my entire life, and it is gonna be perfect for these brows. Clearly, as we can see, I'm not the best at mixing colors. I feel like if I was a painter, I'd be much better at this, but oh my God. One of the questions that I actually got asked the most was, can you use these paints to actually paint? Like on a canvas? I have no idea. Not a clue. Couldn't tell you guys. As soon as I got the question, I was like, oh my God, why haven't I tried that yet? So maybe that'll be a future YouTube video. Let me know if you guys want to see me try to actually paint with my paints. That sounds like the dumbest sentence ever, but I think that could be a lot of fun. How am I gonna do this? Okay, I'm gonna start with the tail, as I always do. I need to go in very, very gently with this. I'm not gonna pick up more paint. I'm just gonna use whatever is left on my brush to really, really, really lightly start to fill in the front. I'm gonna turn the brush vertically and use the angled brush to start sketching in some tiny little brow hairs, just flicking it upwards. I mean, hello, not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, you guys, like, those are eyebrows. Those are good eyebrows. This one's a little thick. This one, she's giving. She's serving. That's gorgeous. Okay, just to clean these up quickly, I'm gonna grab my painted J3 brush, which is our square liner brush, and I'm gonna dip into a little bit of what is left of that concealer color we mixed together, and I'm gonna use this just to really lightly clean up that bottom edge. Now it is finally time for the eyes, and I get to show you guys where these paints really shine. I am so pumped for this look today. I have a really cute one in mind. I thought we would recreate this look that one of my makeup artist Caesar did on our beautiful model Kenny for the painted campaign. Kenny is so beautiful and so talented. He's one of my favorite artists to follow, so I was so lucky to have him in our campaign. And I also just wanted to take a quick second as well. When we filmed our reveal video, I was talking about my 10 artists and which countries they were all from, and my dumbass accidentally said Kenny was from Thailand instead of Taiwan. I know Kenny is super proud of where he is from, as he absolutely should be, and we are so proud of him. So Kenny, I'm so sorry, I love you, and shout out to Taiwan. As you guys can see, I'm sticking on some star stickers to use as guides because this makeup look is actually pretty complicated. I remember on the actual shoot day, we couldn't find Kenny anywhere, and we were running all around set trying to figure out where he was, and we finally found him and Caesar laying down on the couch doing his makeup because he had fallen asleep. Like, that's how long this makeup look took, but it turned out so beautiful, so I'm gonna try my best to recreate it today. To start off this liner today, I'm gonna grab my painted J5 brush. It is our medium liner brush, so as you guys can see, the bristles are a little bit longer than the J6, and that is so you can get really precise lines in like one little swoop for graphic liner. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Ghosted, our white paint, and we're gonna go right in. I'm just gonna draw a tiny little line here, and then I'm gonna draw right over top of the sticker. And now I'm just gonna use that same liner brush to lightly outline the star. And now with a tiny little fluffy brush, I'm just gonna tap right over top of this area to lightly blend out the edges. Because we don't really want the star to be outlined, we kind of want like a white shadow. Now originally Kenny's look was only white, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to do an ombre of white to blueprint. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to this star, but in blue.
So I see that you're utilizing a lot of your brushes, but someone asked, what's the best brush if you were only to get one?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Okay, if you are a regular, schmegular makeup wearer, I would say that the best brush to get would be the painted J2 brush. It is our mini concealer brush. This is gonna be perfect for any sort of like detail work. You could do concealer with it, you could clean up your eyebrows, you could cut your crease, you could pack on shadows. But if you are somebody who likes to be a little bit more adventurous with your makeup, I would recommend either the painted J5 or J6 brush. These are my liner brushes. They are perfect for either a wing liner, a graphic liner, any sort of like little art or detail work. So I would say either the J2 or the J5 or 6. So we have the paint laid down. I'm gonna take off these star stickers now. I'm a little bit scared. They didn't stick very well. So I have a feeling that this stencil is not going to be as clean as it could be. Not bad, not bad. Could be better. I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit, but this is pretty much one little crease all complete. Ooh, that one's really good. How did the blue one get so messed up? Now, this wing that Caesar did on Kenny is very cool because it has like a negative space in it. So it's basically a wing, but not filled in, and then it lines the lower lash line. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so we're gonna do a regular wing on the lash line. Then when we get to this outer edge, instead of doing a full thing, we're gonna basically draw the line upwards. This is gonna go just like this, leaving a little gap below and in, just like that. That's pretty cool. Look at that, you guys. I've never done a liner like this before, but I feel like it looks very cool. It like opened up my eye. It makes it look really big and bright. It's so beautiful. I'm really liking this so far. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one off camera quickly just to get the two eyes matching, and I'll be right back to finish off the rest of this look. Okay, we are back. Both eyes are now complete and matching. I cannot believe how well this is coming together. Only paints. Who would have thought? Okay, usually I would go in with a little bit of highlighter, like on the nose, brow bones, a little bit on the cheeks as well, but we can't exactly do that today. So we're gonna have to create a little bit of an illusion instead. So what I'm gonna do is grab that same little liner brush that I was just using for my white paint, and I'm just gonna grab a tiny little bit more of it, and I'm actually gonna use my white as a highlighter. This could fuck up this entire thing, but basically what I'm gonna do is just do a tiny little dot right on the tip of my nose, and then I'm just gonna use my finger to kind of like blend it in. This is not actually gonna be like a shimmery highlighter, but we are gonna trick the eye into thinking that my nose is a lot skinnier than it really is. We're gonna do one line. Okay, see, just like that. And now we're gonna, once again, tap that out to kind of blend it. Oh God, please work, please work, please work. That's a tiny nose if I ever did see one. All right, now the last thing that we have left in this look is going to be some lipstick. Now I'm definitely feeling a kind of nudie color today. So let's see what we can create. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Cold Brew and a little bit of Pinky Promise. And we're gonna mix those together and see what kind of color this gives us. We might have to mix in a couple of others, but let's see what this gives. Oh, wait, oh my God, it's like a, what the fuck? I'm gonna add in a tiny little bit of yellow because it's a little too pink right now. I want it to be a little bit more like of a peachy nude. Let me add in some white. This could be a sickening lip color. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna add in a little bit of Ghosted. I mean, that is a nude lip if I've ever seen one. Gonna grab a little bit of this, a little bit of Cold Brew, and we're gonna make a darker shade, and this is gonna be my lip liner. You know what? I want it a little bit darker. I think I'm just gonna raw dog it and go right in with Cold Brew. Honestly, that looks so pretty as a lip liner by itself. Now we're just gonna add in that little kind of murky pink shade in the center. I feel like that color looks pretty good. We had some crazy mixing going on here to actually get to it, but I'm gonna go ahead and set this in place because I cannot fucking believe how good this makeup look looks, and I want it to stay on all night long. And here is the final makeup look. You guys, I cannot believe the results of this challenge. I cannot believe this. Obviously, like I said at the beginning of this video, okay, these paints are multi-use. I said that 100 times, you can use them a million different ways throughout your makeup routine, but I have never claimed, nor did I honestly ever believe, that these could or should be used in every single step of your makeup routine. But oh my God, boy was I wrong. Look at, I can't believe this face of makeup. I cannot believe this face of makeup. Now, to be fully clear, okay, if we really zoom in here, which I will show you guys, the pores aren't looking great. The texture is a little bit cakier than normal. I definitely would not recommend doing a full face of paints for your everyday makeup routine, but we did get a really, really beautiful final result using only my brand new Create paints that are on sale at painted.co. On that note, you guys, I want to say a massive thank you so much for watching today's makeup challenge. I had so much fun while filming this, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below. Your love and support really helps out the channel quite a lot. And don't forget to hit that big subscribe button and the bell icon so you guys never miss an upload from me. If you want to follow me on my social media accounts, my Instagram and TikTok are just James Charles, and make sure you follow Painted as well at painted.co. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I love you. Thank you again for supporting me and the brand, and I will see you next week. Bye.